Do you recall that Miss Renee Nicole Good was shot by an officer?
I did see the media attention to it, yes.
And has that been reported to the Office of Professional Responsibility?
I think because the agent that was involved would be, was with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, I'm not aware of any specific call into either our or ICE's Office of Professional Responsibility.
The question is, if you wanted to, you could, couldn't you?
Anyone who believes that there's criminal...
Are you a part of the anyone?
Yes.
So you can report it. How can you, ma'am, see what happened on that video and not report it to the Office of Professional Responsibility? Just ask them to look into it. This woman lost her life. And no investigation is said to be taking place, and you won't report it to the Office of Professional
Gentleman's time has expired.
I yield back. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the ranking member as well. Thank the witnesses for appearing today. And Ms. Sabatino, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may, please. You're currently hiring persons who are working in the interior of the country. Is that correct, ma'am?
Well, we do have people stationed at ports of entry, airports, land border ports, maritime, but we do have people surged to support Immigration and Customs Enforcement and other partners, yes.
Okay, would that include, other partners include ICE?
Yes.
So you have persons who are actually in the field and they are with ICE when they are raiding, well, let's not use that term, excuse me, when they are making arrests?
We support in a number of ways. We do.
But is making arrests one of the ways?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And these persons who are doing this, have they been trained to the same extent that the ICE officers have been trained?
I'm not personally familiar with the ICE training. I imagine it's comparable, but we do recurring use of force training for all of our armed law enforcement officers.
Well, if I told you that someone associated with Antifa is working with these ICE officers who happens to be someone associated with your area, would that concern you?
If I had more context, like working with, like employed by.
Let's take the example of a prosecutor in Dallas, Texas, who had some affiliation with persons who are known to be dastards. This person was a prosecutor and seems to have a white supremacist account, makes or posts statements about Adolf Hitler, indicated we should make America white again, that sort of thing. Does that sort of thing would offend you, wouldn't it? If you knew that some of your officers were doing something like that?
Well, we would certainly investigate any allegations.
Good. And the best way to deal with this kind of circumstance is to prevent it from ever happening. You wouldn't want a person who's doing these kinds of things within your ranks, right? If the person is actually doing it.
I think it's important to ensure that
I believe your answer would be yes or no, and anything less than a yes, I would assume is no. So do you would not want a person in your ranks, right?
No.
Okay, good. So if you want to avoid it, the best way to prevent it from happening is to avoid it by good vetting from the outset. So what are you doing to vet people who are new to this work with ICE or new to you? What are you doing to vet them? How do you vet?
Speaking specifically to Customs and Border Protection, we do background investigations. They're subject to polygraph examinations and interviews.
And what does it take to trigger a professional responsibilities investigation?
I would have to defer you to our Office of Professional Responsibilities on how they triage allegations that are made, but investigations could be conducted by the Inspector General, by OPR, or by local management. But again, the nature of the allegation would determine that.
But you do agree that you would not want someone who is affiliated with some sort of white supremacist movement to be associated with your officers or in your corps of officers, would you?
I would agree in theory.
In theory? Well, that's fair enough. And I'm going to just ask you if you would do this. Please give some additional thought to how persons are being vetted, and I may have more to say about it at a later time. Thank you. Ms. Sabatino, you and I were talking earlier about unacceptable character information being reported, and I think we concluded that it can be reported to your Office of Professional Responsibility. Is that correct?
Yes.
And can anyone report to this office, Ms. Sabatino?
I believe there's a publicly available number and email.
And does anyone include you, ma'am?
If I could report allegations?
Does anyone include you when I say anyone?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let's talk about criminal activity. Is a similar circumstance available for persons who are aware of something that may be criminal in nature?
If we had allegations of criminal behavior, yes, that would be called in.
And do you recall that Miss Renee Nicole Good was shot by an officer?
I did see the media attention to it, yes.
And has that been reported to the Office of Professional Responsibility?
I think because the agent that was involved would be, was with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, I'm not aware of any specific call into either our or ICE's Office of Professional Responsibility.
But there is an Office of Professional Responsibility for these kinds of things. It's sort of internal affairs. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you have the ability to report these things, do you not?
Everyone in the public can report.
Does everyone include you?
Yes.
So you have the ability to report, do you not?
If I believe that there was criminal activity
Did
or
you said you saw the
misconduct.
video. There was statements made that by the wife of Ms. Good that we had whistles, they had guns. You saw what happened. You can report this as something that should be investigated by the Office of Professional Responsibility, can't you?
I don't think it would be appropriate for me as I was not there and I saw clips of videos on the news.
Excuse me. The question is, if you wanted to, you could, couldn't you?
Anyone who believes that there's criminal...
Are you a part of the anyone?
Yes.
So you can report it. How can you, ma'am, see what happened on that video and not report it to the Office of Professional Responsibility? Just ask them to look into it. This woman lost her life. And no investigation is said to be taking place, and you won't report it to the Office of Professional Responsibility.
Gentleman's time has expired.
I yield back. Thank you.